No. No, 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 no. Exactly.
Sourcing receipts. What are we doing with our receipts after we go shopping? Because we all know shopping is the funnest part of reselling, and we love to look and buy new items and try them on and sell them and make a good profit. But before you put your receipt in your purse or throw it on the counter or just log it away, here's a better way that I've learned that will help me stay organized when it comes to tax time so that I'm not scrambling trying to add up all the totals of what I spent that year. The best way I found to do it is take your receipts right away. Don't wait because you're going to forget. As soon as you come back, you're going to take your receipt and we're going to log in our receipts to a sourcing receipt spreadsheet. It's an individual tab that I have here, and it really helps me stay organized. All I have to do is look at my receipt and I'm going to enter in the date of purchase. And if you have multiple receipts, you're just going to enter each one individually. You're going to put the purchase location. So for this one, I have that I purchased it at Salvation Army. Then we're going to put the location. Wherever you live, you can put the location just so you can know which store you went to in case you want to go back. Then we're going to put the number of items that you purchased. Now with this one, I wanted to make it a little bit easier when I'm logging in my receipts because I got tired of taking out the tags and trying to figure out how much each item costs. That was just too much to log. And I was like, I'm just going to do the average of what I spent that day. So what I do is I count up the number of items that I purchased and I just enter in the numbers of items purchased here in the spreadsheet. And if I purchase 50 items, I put for 50 items. So I'm going to put 50 items here. And then I'm going to put the total price that I spent, including the taxes or whatever. So on here it says $203.11. I'm going to put $203.11 in the purchase total price. Here where it says the average cost of goods, it's going to give you your average cost. It's going to do it for you. That way you can be like, okay, everything that I bought that day was like $7 or whatever it comes to. You're going to have that. So when you're logging it into your inventory, it's very easy. So you're just like, okay, everything I bought that day was like $7. So it makes it look cheaper to you and you feel better. You spent less because you bought more, right? All right. Then you're going to put the payment type. So I like to keep record of what I pay on my receipt because sometimes I want to make sure I'm using the right card. I'm making sure when the expenses come through that everything checks out. If I pay cash, I want to know if I pay cash because sometimes you go to the ATM and you want to keep record of that. So I just put that in there so you can see your payment type. Then if you scroll over, it says receipt file because after we enter in all the information, then we're going to file it away in the month that we purchased the items. Just in case someone needs a backup record, just throw it in there. If the receipts get kind of like blurry or if the ink comes out, don't worry about it because you have your backup here that pretty much says everything on there, what you need to show proof that you made the purchase. Also, you're going to check that and you're going to say that you filed it away because we need checks and balances. And sometimes we forget. So just a reminder to say, okay, oops, I need to file my receipts away. We're going to do that. Next, if you scroll over to the right, it's going to say your notes section. This notes section that I created for my sourcing receipts is for me to keep record of anything that I need to know for that day. Sometimes I meet people and I might need to remember a person's name or different contacts that I meet. If I met the manager of the store, if they told me to come back next week because they might have an additional sale that only I can have access to. I want to keep note of that, and I don't want to put that note in some random notes in my phone where it can get lost. I want to be able to say, okay, this was the location I went to. This is the information that I need, and everything's right here so that I can be organized and I can know exactly what I need when I need to know it. We're making it very easy because sometimes we just make things a little bit too complicated, and we don't want to do that. We want to make our business run smoothly. We want to be able to have our business set up on a system so that not just you can do the work, but again, if you get sick and if your husband comes and helps for the day, maybe if you have older children that likes to help, or if you hire an assistant, you can tell them, okay, after you finish buying the items, this is what you're going to do. Go to the tab, enter it in, and it already has everything logged out for them. That way you don't have to take that extra time to explain it to them, get frustrated, and then decide that you're going to do it yourself. We don't want that. We want to build systems that we can have in our business that anybody can use. That's what a system is for, if we didn't know that already. So I want to be able to go into my spreadsheet, have my inventory, I'll have my solds, I'll have my sourcing receipts tab, and everything else that I need in order to run my business smoothly. I don't want to close the spreadsheet and then open up another app and then try to find a receipt. It just becomes too much. And we want to simplify our processes that we can run our business more smoothly, because then you'll have more peace of mind. You won't be like, oh my gosh, where's that receipt? Because I know I lose my receipts in my purse all the time. Once it's in there, good luck finding it. And I used to be that person who didn't organize, and I just became so overwhelmed. And now that everything is here in one place, because that's the best thing to do, it's a lot easier for me to run my business. So I just wanted to share with you what I did when it came to organizing and logging my receipts, and hopefully help someone who is out there that might not know what to do as a reseller with the receipts, because there is going to be a time at the end of the year where you will have to start getting these numbers together to prepare for tax season. In order to calculate your cost of goods sold, you will have to know the total amount that you purchased for inventory that year. And that's why I'm glad that it's right here in the spreadsheet already done. And if we're logging throughout the year, we wouldn't have that problem. Let me know down below if you have any other suggestions of how you keep track of your sourcing receipts. I know logging my receipts in my sourcing receipts tab is something that I like to do, but we all might have different ways we do it. So feel free to share. Whew. Now that we got those sourcing receipts out the way, now we can worry about all the other organization that we need to get done in our business. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.